A sleek black and gold Chevelle SS sits silently in a glowing showroom, but this story is not about the exterior that dazzles every eye. It begins inside, where vintage muscle meets classic American power. As the driver's side door swings open with a satisfying click, a rush of nostalgic scent, leather and time-worn metal, fills the air. The bucket seats are wrapped in supple black leather, detailed with fine, hand-sewn stitching that hints at both craftsmanship and a bygone era of speed. Sunlight beams faintly through the windshield, casting soft shadows on the deeply grained dashboard, revealing every contour of the car's interior like an art piece frozen in time. The three-spoke steering wheel stands proudly at the helm, its SS logo gleaming in the center, encased in a polished chrome ring. Behind it, the instrument cluster boasts analog dials, bold, round, and ever vigilant. Each gauge pulses with subtle reflections, the speedometer lined with small, ticked numbers, the RPM counter trembling slightly with anticipation. Even when the engine is off, this car breathes. A warm glow from the ceiling light bathes the interior, making the deep blacks, silvers, and walnut wood accents seem almost alive. The center console stretches between the seats like a command station. It holds the Hurst shifter in a firm grip, standing tall and ready, its metal shaft reflecting the dim showroom lighting like a blade unsheathed. Nearby, chrome knobs glisten with a purposeful design, controlling everything from the radio to the ancient, silent air conditioning vents. You can almost hear the crackle of an AM station tuning in or the rumble of a distant V8 turning over for the first time in years. Moving further into the cabin, the passenger seat mirrors the driver's side in perfect symmetry. The door panels are cushioned with vertical black pleats, trimmed with chrome lining that catches every available glint of light. The window cranks stand by faithfully, long before the age of digital switches. Above, the headliner is tightly fitted, a clean black canvas framed by the thin curves of the body shell. Everything feels grounded, solid, and commanding. Looking back, the rear bench seat rests in quiet readiness, wide and welcoming, stitched in the same black leather with subtle SS emblems embossed into the upper backrests. The rear window lets in just enough exterior lighting to cast a muted glow on the interior, illuminating decades of history in a single frame. You can feel the presence of road trips once taken, stories once lived, and horsepower once unleashed. Beneath the steering wheel, the gas, brake, and clutch pedals remain poised, their surfaces slightly worn but purposeful. The driver's feet once danced here, blipping the throttle, downshifting into turns, gripping asphalt with the tires, roar echoing in the cabin. Even without motion, there's tension in the space, a waiting beast between slumber and speed. The glove box, shut tight, holds its own secrets, possibly a faded map, a box of matches, or a forgotten photograph of someone who once claimed the Chevelle's power as their own. Above it, the SS badge is subtly mounted, reminding any passenger that this is no ordinary ride. It's a declaration of muscle, legacy, and raw American pride. With the engine off, silence reigns. But it's not empty silence, it's the hush of legacy. The kind of silence you hear before the storm. The kind that settles just before 1,000 horsepower symphony erupts into life. Every inch of this interior is waiting, holding its breath, keeping stories behind chrome and leather, in the ticking of a clock that no longer ticks, in the tension of a shifter that hasn't moved in days, in the silence of a steering wheel that still remembers the curves of country roads. This is not just a car. It's a machine born of passion, shaped by fire and fuel, and remembered by the roar it once commanded. Even now, standing still, it speaks loudly, in details, in texture, in every stitch and switch. And if you sit behind that wheel, grip the leather, and close your eyes, you can almost hear it again. The ignition's growl, the tires tearing into pavement, the soundtrack of a legend brought to life.